Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start thinking about a question. So we have read the extract, we have highlighted ways that Tom is a hero and ways that Tom is not a hero, and now we're going to think about what we need to do next. So when you answer this question in your exam paper, you would always start with the statement, I agree with the statement to an extent, and you should be able to see that on the slide in front of you. So in the pink box, we have question 5, Tom is a hero. Evaluate to what extent do you agree with this statement? So that's our question. Underneath that, it says start with, I agree with the statement to an extent. Now that's because we're going to try and show both sides of the argument. We're going to try and show ways that Tom is a hero and ways that Tom might not be seen as a hero. Then what we're going to do, and you can see this is the next bullet point underneath, we're going to try and write a P sentence for each quote in the order they appear in the text. Now, we've talked about chronological or time order before, so we're going to go through our extract and we're going to take each quote in turn and write a P sentence about whether it shows Tom as a hero or not as a hero. Now, in the dark blue box on the right-hand side of your screen, you can see that there are 2 different GCSE target tasks. Now, most of you have a GCSE target grade of 4 or 5, and if that's the case, you only need to worry about the first bullet point. And when you do your task on the next slide later on, you will be selecting 5 or 6 quotations. Now, we've already focused on selecting 5 or 6 quotations. Those are the things you've highlighted in your extract already. And we're going to take each one of those and write a P sentence for each one. Now, if your GCSE target grade is 6 or 7, you're still going to select 5 or 6 quotes. You've already done that. But you're also going to use subject terminology and single word analysis at least twice in your P sentences. And I'm going to talk through what those 2 things are now. So if you have a look at the bottom of the light blue part of this slide, you will see it says grade 4 to 5, and then a sentence, and underneath grade 6 to 7, and then a sentence. These are 2 examples of the first P sentence you could write for this answer. So the grade 4 to 5 example P sentence is, Tom is shown as a hero, that's my point, as Lauren touches his arm. Touches his arm is my evidence, which suggests that, like a hero, he is attractive to women. That's my analysis. Now, you may notice that this is actually the quote that I used as modelling earlier when we highlighted our extracts. The only difference between that and the grade 6 to 7 is on the grade 6 to 7, we use subject terminology. So we talk about the verb, and rather than using the whole quote, touches his arm, I'm doing single word analysis by just focusing on the word touches. That's the difference between the high level grade and the pass grade of grade 4 to 5. Now, you can use these P sentences to start off your own answer. And when you go on to the next slide, you will see that I have started your answer for you with I agree with the statement to an extent. And I have put the grade 4 to 5 P sentence to get you going. Now, if you want to work for the 6 to 7 target, you would just need to swap that P sentence for the one on this slide, the 6 to 7 one on this slide. Then what you should be doing is you should be going through the rest of the quotes that you chose in your extract earlier and writing a P sentence for each one. Now, you might not feel entirely confident, and that is okay, because we're going to do a little bit of self-assessment of our answers a bit later on. But what I would like you to do is to make sure you have a go. You can use this to help you. You can say, Tom is shown as a hero because, or Tom is not shown as a hero because. And you will see on the next slide that I also have a hyperlink to a writing frame to help you if you need it. You should be spending about 10 to 15 minutes on this task at this point in your learning.